Staying in Afghanistan despite initial promises, countless civilians and activists say little to nothing has changed, particularly in respect to the rights of women. Meanwhile, the Taliban may be facing a financial crisis as its access to foreign currency reserves are severed and donor countries and international organizations are pulling their aid. Kim Ji-yeon has the full story.
The Taliban's access to Afghanistan's foreign currency reserves has reportedly been cut off. This is following an order by the Biden administration to freeze Afghan government reserves held in U.S. bank accounts in the wake of the withdrawal of U.S. troops. The Guardian reports that acting governor of Afghanistan's central bank, Ajmal Ahmady, who was among the thousands fleeing Kabul, said Wednesday roughly 7 of the $9 billion US in reserves abroad are deposited in the form of bonds and gold in the U.S. He also said that the International Monetary Fund has put the allocation of special drawing rights to Afghanistan on hold, worth roughly $650 billion reserved for the IMF's 190 members in dealing with financial currency crises. Germany said it'll suspend its $500 million of development aid plan for this year. In response to rising financial difficulties, Taliban forces have reportedly started knocking on doors of civilians' homes in major Afghan cities, pressuring them to engage in economic activity. Reuters reported Thursday of multiple testimonies of armed Taliban men ordering Afghans to go to work and grilling them on their personal information, including the type of work and their pay. Such actions cast doubt on the Taliban that has tried to present itself as a more moderate force. Activists fear the Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan will see the re-imposition of Sharia law, a set of wide-ranging codes of living for Muslims drawn from the Quran, as well as the practices and sayings of Prophet Muhammad which restrict women's rights.
I've been a journalist for 6 years. Despite news of changes under the Taliban, with courage I went to the office to start my work. But they didn't give me permission to. They told me that the regime has changed. You are not allowed. Go home. I'm asking the world to help me because my life is in danger.
Under the Taliban's rule between 1996 and 2001, the rights of women were heavily restricted as they were not allowed to work, have an education, or leave their homes unless escorted by a male relative. Any female above the age of 8 had to wear a burqa that covered the face and body. Public executions, including stonings, were permitted for women suspected of committing adultery. Kim Ji-yeon, Arirang News.